Hmm. So I shouldn't be putting the difference samples. I should be putting in server time sample. Oh man, should it be server time samples or different samples? I think it needs to be server time samples actually. Dude, this music is garbage. Hey, how's it going, bro? I'm looking for like copyright free ambient music. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Is the music too loud? I think it's okay, right? I'll lower it just a little bit. Server time samples. The so get me a sort. So this should be. Why is this class variable? Samples push difference. Okay, so now we're putting this in instead, and we don't use this. Our time diff is Let's see how this works out. Thing is, okay, so the issue with this though is it doesn't just like the server time increases though, right? So I can't just do it like this either. Yeah, it doesn't just work like that. Bruh. Okay, sorry, I actually have to undo this. So diff samples. Diff is the new time snapshot, and we compare that with do I compare that with now? I'm not sure if that's the best way to go about doing this because now gets affected by the time difference. I do this. How do I do this, guys? I mean, shit, maybe it is okay. I'm not sure, right? But then I'm looking at the console log. The problem with this is that the whole point of using median is not actually paying off, right? Because once I have a spike, it considers it, and right, it goes up. So once I have a high spike, okay, so it happens here. The difference goes up. Yeah, it stays up. I don't like that. That's not what I want. Hmm. This is happening because the time difference is updated every time, and I'm not emptying. So okay, so I should have. How was I supposed to do this? I was supposed to. Oh man, let me think about this. So okay, I have some ideas. So I'm supposed to. Let me think. So time diff is supposed to update at every so many seconds. And it says shifting. I should empty this. Really? Hmm. And I got a bunch of lands. Um. Hmm. Problem with this approach is that it just takes forever for it to adjust. Oh man, how do I do this? How do I make this work? Hmm. Oh, did my music stop? I was completely out of it. Oh, I see what's wrong with this approach. Um, yeah, I see what's wrong with this approach. So instead of setting a time diff, I think what I need to do is to modify the current time directly from here instead of using this variable. I have this time diff thing here. Yeah, screw all this stuff. We're not gonna use a time diff. Screw all this stuff. What I'll do instead is what is time diff? Um, oh man, let me think about this. Yeah, overthinking this, guys. Totally think. Yeah, I am overthinking this. Um, Do we need this as a class variable? I do not think so. Let, and then we just do arrow dot current time. There we go. This might be too easy. Yeah, let's see what happens though. Oh shit, I'm moving. That's a plus. 551. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean shit, it's moving. Yeah, I mean this looks way more reasonable than the other ones. So now that I have this in place, let's look at how I can remove the jitters. I do this. Last snapshot timestamp. Now is current time. Then we have the render buffer. Hey, how's it going, Hasuk? Welcome, welcome. GFHDNF, welcome. So process transform. Let's make this more smooth now. Good. Nice to hear that you're doing okay. All right, so yeah, let's figure this piece out. All right, so let's figure this out. So what happened here? The difference was 100 for a while, and then it just died down, right away. Okay. Yeah, not too I feel pretty good about this approach. I feel like this should help with the jitter quite a bit. Wait, why is this not running? Time remaining is next time now. We have a next keyframe, and time remaining is now, next time minus now. Okay. I think this is gonna give us some hint here. In trying to get the hang of the unit ownership, was trying to assign a unit to AI when the player disconnects, but wasn't working. Then suddenly started working. Nice, it fixed itself. Okay, so I see what the issue is. So clearly now is way less than next time. What is now? Oh yeah, frick. Okay, this should fix a bunch of stuff. Ideally, let's see. Okay, a lot smoother. It is jittering though. So we'll get to the bottom of this. Let me think. Let me think. Is this an easy fix if I were to just increase the render buffer? Let's try it out. I mean, it did mitigate a lot. It does feel way better. It still jitters though. But yeah, anyway, it does feel way better. And the render buffer of 100 is a tad bit too much, right? Like it should be maybe, I don't know, like ideally 70. But see, it's gonna jitter if I were to change it to 70, so fix it. Yeah, it does jitter quite a bit. Let's look into that. Should I restore the way that I did a transform long before? I do have the code handy. Oh, our baby's awake. Sorry, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Am I Mo D? I like that name. You can call me as Mo D. Alright, so let me try the old way of doing the interpolation. where is it? Core taro entity right here. Process transform. Yeah, I should just maybe I'll just copy the entire code. But this isn't really the old way. I was modifying the car mechanic from the car template and added a few more conditions. And I applied variables to use in place of static numbers for speed, turning speed, etc. The game just kept getting error reports when it was in a world script. Can you send me a Discord message with a link to your game and I'll take a look? Yeah, send me a link, dude, and I'll take a look at it. Yeah, send me a link and we can take a look at it together. Let's go way back. Oh yeah, let's go February. All right. We're still using this final transform thing. Next and prev. Okay, so yeah, let me just try using this. Time remaining. Blah blah. Hold on. Actually, you know what? Do we need this? I feel like this is the one that's breaking everything. What if I just interpolate that? Right? And then here, does it know? Yeah, no, this is not right. We need to do prev transform. Oh, bro. If I remember the next one. Sure, whatever. Yeah, we'll see what happens. How do you say Mo? Modi. My name is Modi, bro. Whoa, crazy. Okay, my unit has gone out of the matrix. We'll figure out what happened there. Okay, I see your request. Alright, man, you don't mind if I open your game and take a look at the code, right? Let me know if you do. Cool. Yo, I love this. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Wait, hold on, let me log in first. You know, because there's a delay, in our communication with the streaming. If you want, I can just like call you and we can chat directly on Discord or whatever. But okay, so I'm in your game. We can't edit this unless I log in as somebody else, which is a bit inconvenient. Sorry, dude, but can you add me as a contributor? Yeah, let's do it. I can just call you. Yeah, add me, please. Meanwhile, I need to figure out what the heck is happening here. Oh, you gotta go to settings, go to game settings, and no, I'm sorry, it's not in game settings. I think it's moderate. How do I show you? Okay, let me show you from one of my games. So the way you do this is you go to editor and then go to game settings. And then you go to, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Go to editor. Damn it, no, it's not here. It's to, oh, we haven't edited this yet. God damn it. Okay, I keep on telling our staff members to do this, but we haven't gotten around it. I'm gonna create a Trello test for this right now. But yeah, no, there's a hammer button. Press the hammer. And then you can go to roles. And then you can go contributor, edit. And you can go to members. And then you can add me. Hey, Chem. Good to see you. Alright, so what's going on with the interpolate? Do I have this is okay. I'm not clamping it or anything, so it should work fine. Drive keyframe, next time. Right now. I mean, yeah, all of this looks okay, guys. Not quite sure what's happening. Previous transform. Next transform. Yeah, none of this looks out of ordinary. Also log. Let me know if you're stuck. Okay, so X and Y goes what? Haywire? Okay, it became Nan somehow, for some reason. Let's figure out the reason behind this. Graph transform. Okay. So again, it goes Nan. Okay, this all looks okay. So it must be something to do with the time, I guess. So transform information looks okay. 5 keyframe. No, next time. You did? Okay, I'll take a look right now. Just right after this. All right, so what I got here? 603, 616, 603. Okay, I see what's wrong. I see what is wrong. So next time, and we're gonna have prep time. Sorry, dude, I'll be real quick. Then we gotta do that time. I'll make sure that hold on, just give me a sec. Do I need a prev keyframe? Let me think. Prev transform, next transform, but this means that there will be no interpolation unless we have both keyframes, which is fair, I guess. I guess it is fair. Yeah, I guess it is fair. Let me think just a little more. But one thing I do need to do is make sure that prev keyframe and next keyframes, the times are different. I don't even know how that's possible, right? Because we have now and then, oh, I can see how that can be possible. So I'll do a if check. If prep time is less than next time, I'm gonna roll this magic. Okay, let's try. Okay, very jittery. I can see that interpolation is trying to work its magic, but it's definitely having issues. Let me think. Yeah, no, I have ideas on how to. Okay, maybe I am going to revert the old way. We're back to the old way of doing interpolation. Yeah, we'll explore more on that. But yeah, I'm gonna come and help you there with your game. Just give me one sec. We're getting rid of that. Okay, I think this is back to where it was. Yeah, pretty broken. We'll figure this out. All right, City Online. Let's pick this game up. So, yeah, do you want me to just call you, or how do you want to do this? Like, if you don't mind coming being streamed in my stream, then all right. I'm gonna do this. So I'll call you, and then I guess I'll share my screen. Doesn't matter, either or works. But hold on. There you go. Hey, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Cool. Yeah, man, thanks for your request.
Well, thank you for jumping on. It's very
No,
cool.
my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm gonna lower the volume for the music here, so both myself and others can hopefully hear you better. All right, so I'm sharing my screen here as well. Would you like to tell me a bit more about the issue you're having?
So the issue I'm having is when I'm using when I've set the script for the car mechanics. I've kept it the same as in your template. If you go to entities and go to world scripts, go to every tick update.
Okay. Okay.
There's the script. So I added. So by default, the car template it moves towards your cursor all the time, and you have to move your cursor around. I wanted it so.
Should I uncomment these or?
Just the last one.
Just the last one, okay. So we're gonna enable this.
If you enable just the last one for all units in the game.
Yeah, looking at it. Okay.
Yeah. And,
okay, and then you're telling me like this isn't like this is causing issues, or?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just look at this. Yeah, so if you look at so when I added, I started adding in a variable. You see, acceleration variable, and it's a plus acceleration, minus deceleration. And the thing that was really causing the issues, if you scroll down, I added a turning left and right. I'm not sure if I set up the logic wrong for this. So the turning right, all I did was I'm rotating, selecting unit to face angle, and then I'm using turn speed, which I've added a variable called turn speed. And then what I've also added is another calculation which divides the speed that the unit is moving, and I've put a number there to. So what that does, it affects the car when it turns. The faster the car is going, the harder it is to turn. So if you slow down, it will the car will turn easier the slower you're going. That's the idea.
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if maybe I've set this up wrong, or if there's too much for it to handle every tick.
Yeah. No. I mean, like this, right? Hold on. So we got facing angle.
I put the same logic into the actual car itself, and I put a script on the car. I wasn't getting the error when I was using it on.
Yeah. You know. So one thing, by the way, by the way, just to that I want to clarify with you was the template is quite outdated. We made number of major updates since the template was made. I don't think we even had the entity scripting available when I made this template. So that's interesting that you added or you moved the movement logic into the car entity scripting, which is very sound to me.
I thought I would try it. I thought maybe it's a performance thing, so I thought maybe it would perform better if I put it on the actual car. I did that, and it's been working fine since.
Oh, okay, great. Wow, all right. That's awesome. Maybe I should update.
I would prefer to have it. I would prefer to have it as a world script, because if I add lots of cars in now, if I make a change to the script, I have to update every car.
Well, no, yeah, yes, and I see. If you have different car types, then yes, you're right. You would have to update a bunch of them.
I mean, it would be nice to have one unit and then just be able to change the image of that unit. So, say for example, I don't know if that's possible in the engine, where I've got one car. I've got like that car unit there, car 01. But obviously, I want 50 versions of it, but in different. Just all I'm going to be doing is changing the image on each, and the script is going to be the same. Well, obviously, I'm actually no, that's wrong. Actually, I'm going to be changing the variable on each one as well, because I'm going to have different speeds, different turning rates, etc.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does sound like if you have multiple types of cars. Yeah, no, I mean you could. Yes, I mean technically just change the sprite of a car, but then I imagine that you would have a bunch of different cars with the different sizes and dimensions and whatnot, right? Yeah, so you would actually want different cars, and that being said, you're right, you would want sort of like a global script that handles the movement of the cars.
Ideally,
I mean, yeah, or you could just I mean, yeah, no, you're totally right about the downside of if you were to put the movement logic inside each individual cars, then yeah, you would have to change every single one of them. You're right. That is a bit of a challenge, I guess.
Yeah, not ideal, but that's what I'm working with in a minute. I was thinking, I thought maybe I'd maybe constructed the logic in a way where it was, pushing out the error, but it just, I'm not sure. It seems so. That's fine the way I've set that up. I only see two ways of rotating it. And I was trying to use the other rotate to distance or something, but that wasn't working very well. So this one seems to rotate the car okay. It's the only thing I could see I could use.
Okay. But yeah, if you want me to explore how I can make this work with the global script, I can dig into this more for you. And
I mean, what you could do, if you can have a look, if you go to the car now and just disable the script on the car and enable that one.
Okay, so hold on, let me do that. Sure. So
then see if the error comes up. I bet it doesn't come up now. Now you're here.
so if I disable it, so I didn't really
No,
save
no,
anything anyway.
No, enable that one, or I could change it.
No, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. Sure, I mean, I won't touch
so
anything. I'll let you do it.
Okay, I can do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna change or save anything.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is enable it at enable the world script there, and then I'm going to disable the one on the unit. Yeah, you can get in and out the car if you push R, by the way. If you get in, that'd be another thing. While you're here, that'd be nice if you could look at the script I'm using to get in and out of the car. I was messing around with that for hours trying to get that right.
How do I get in the car?
If you push R.
R, okay. Oh, sweet. It's got a weapon too. That's pretty sweet. Okay, cool. No, this is awesome. Okay.
I tried making it so the melee weapon would not appear when you if you select it. If you push 1, select the melee weapon, it sort of appears for a second, then disappears. You can see.
Right.
That's the best I could do.
So how are you doing this? Are you changing the unit type of the of my owned unit?
Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm changing the unit type and then deleting the car. I'm deleting the selected unit.
Oh, I see.
And I'm changing the unit of the car and then moving the position of it to the car
I see.
of where it was.
Interesting.
And when you get out of the car, it's this was another issue I was having. I got this enter car and exit car as world script. I had it as a world script, but when I got out of the car, I was getting it wasn't behaving. I'd enter the car and then exit at the same time because I was trying to put it on the same script because on the same button.
Right.
And, anyway,
the game just crashed. Are you republishing it? What's happening here?
Sorry, just one moment. I was trying to save it and it wouldn't save.
Okay, so it seems like the game just got republished, or did it crash? I don't know.
I'm not sure if it got. Let me just republish it again. Just bear with me for a moment. Sorry. It was just
okay.
Struggling to save. It was getting an error.
I see.
Yeah, and I put the script on the exit car on the car itself because other issues. And what I'm doing there is I'm creating a new object, new unit type when you exit the car. So creating a player unit type, and then I'm setting the ownership of the car to AI, so anyone else can get back in that car.
Right.
Get back in it, and then so that's what I was having trouble with setting to AI. Also, when you disconnect, I wanted to leave the car there because when it gets deleted, no one else can use it on the server. So I wanted to keep it there when someone leaves.
Yeah, that's really clever. That's awesome.
I'm trying to think of. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking for something to use which has built-in online connectivity because I've been using various different engines, but trying to get the networking aspect of it is really quite complicated. So when I discovered this just recently, I thought, oh wow, this is really has huge potential. So I thought, let me really dig into this.
Really glad to hear that. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah. I mean, hearing that really excites me. Just the fact that we're creating something that is, fun. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like has huge. Yeah, I mean, the customization looks really. Because when I first came across it, I thought, I didn't see too much because there wasn't too much. I would love to see a bit more documentation and things like that because I was trying to read about some things, and I've had to figure a lot of stuff out by myself. There's some videos on YouTube. You may have watching mainly a lot of your videos.
Yeah. Our engine has been changing so much, or our editor, especially our editor, has been changing so much, like the whole layouts and like functionalities, that so many of our documentation or videos became outdated. So we got some homeworks to do where we're gonna have to publish a bunch of new tutorial videos. Did you have a chance to check out the video about myself making a MMORPG game?
I did, yeah, I did. That was very good.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I strongly recommend it. If you haven't, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, I did go through that one. Yeah,
because it does show you like how to modify like sprites and stuff, which I think you managed, which is awesome. I see that the main character is like moving around. So, wow, no,
I managed to add,
sorry, go
I
ahead.
managed to add. Sorry, yeah, I was just gonna say I managed to add animation. I've just been looking at I was looking at a bit of your brains when I got some ideas. No, and then I looked at I was looking at some other templates as well because I've been dipping into different templates to get different bits of script to try and understand how it works. The animation things.
There's I used to have a game that allowed you to like jump into a mech and then you could like jump out. That's
Okay.
also outdated. I need to update that template. I do really want to get back to working on it. I'm sorry, I might actually have, it's not gonna, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work. And I think my approach is actually more rudimentary compared to what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the best approach would be. Actually, what I wanted to do initially was to I think I left the script in there. I just disabled it. I wanted to just to take control of the unit and not change the unit but when I did that, so if I want to take ownership of that car, what happens? It doesn't adopt the attributes of the car. So because I've got speed bar and things at the bottom that come up.
Yeah.
So I had to change the unit type for it to adopt.
So there's a hack. There's kind of a hack where what you could do is you could get your player to select a car and claim the ownership of it, and your human unit you could like hide it in the corner of the map.
Okay.
You could do something like that, but then you're gonna face the issue where like, because it sounded like you wanted to like show the weapon, like the range weapons while you're in the car, right?
Yeah.
So you might have an issue with doing that. There's also other hacky ways to accomplish that actually. It's just gonna be hacky, but you'll be able to do it. Yeah.
It seems to be working now anyway, as it is. But yeah. I mean, I think I think it's pretty stable in terms of the way I've set it up. So it's probably fine as it is now.
Okay. Yeah. No. I still have this mech game, but seems to be having a bit of an issue. It's just it is so bloody outdated. When was this made? Back in 2019. So that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, our engine has changed so much since then. Our team grew from like 2 people to like 10 people, and yeah, it's been a lot going on. So yeah, but no, it's really exciting to see what you're working on. Would love to. I'm not sure, by the way, if I actually give you any help, but I do wanna like I'm serious about giving you help if you're stuck with anything. Do you have any questions or something I can answer for you?
Actually, there's one thing you could look at, if you could.
Yeah, of course.
The best way of setting up the bullets here as well. I can see the client side prediction and server authoritative.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly understand that fully. I understand that from what I understand, the client side it runs just on the local machine rather than server.
Yes.
So I've set the. So I was having. If you look at the weapons, they fire a bit funny. I don't know if it's.
Yeah. Let me take a look. Gonna open your game again.
If you're moving around a lot and you rotate and shoot, you see that like the bullet fires from, like, doesn't fire always directly from the barrel. It's firing from all over the place.
Right. So yeah, the starting point of the bullet is. So yeah, there's a delay. Number 1, there's a delay. It's not client side predicted. And then number 2, yes, the distance between where the bullet starts, I do see a gap. Let's fix one thing at a time. So to make your weapon client side predicted, okay, so it does say that this is server authoritative, the Uzi is, but the machine gun is client side predicted. So Yes,
it
this
looked
is
like it looked like it was actually the other way around when I looked at the.
yeah. This has no delay. This is client side predicted, as you can see. But yeah, the Uzi, however, is server authoritative, meaning yeah, there is a delay. Anyways, so let's fix the bullets starting point first. So I'm gonna open your Uzi, go to weapon. It's actually right here, bullet start position under weapons tab, and then you just change the Y to, let's say, like 20 instead of 40. And if oh nice, okay, let's do this. So if I save and try to play the game now, yeah, the starting point is a lot closer. See?
So is it best to have it all? Should I change that to client as well, because you can see
It depends on the weapon, right? Like so some weapons are more error tolerant, as in, like, if you have like a rapid firing weapon, then you know it doesn't have to be like super accurate, right? Meaning that like sometimes like you might see some bullets hitting the target, but they may or may not get damaged. And you don't care as much because there's so many bullets flying and whatnot. But if there's like if you're, let's say, throwing a grenade that's supposed to explode at a very specific location at a certain time, then you do want this to be server authoritative bullet. Or rocket launcher as well. Rockets, you probably want that. But if it's like a flamethrower, you know, just throwing flame, or like, you know, Uzi or whatever, then not as much, right? So if you want to change Uzi into client-side predicted, it's quite simple. You just we do have lack of documentation for it, but yeah, you open Uzi, you go to extra, and you change the projectile stream mode to client-side predicted.
Okay.
I think that might be it, actually. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think it's client-side predicted now.
I see. Okay.
There is an issue though. You see how there's 2 explosions per bullet?
Okay.
The reason for that, I think, is because I think the bullets, which one's the, okay, so we have client side. Okay, so Uzi fires, if you look at the weapon, it fires the client side predicted bullet, okay, which is good. Now if I look at client side predicted bullet extra, okay, so stream mode is not streamed, and that is the way it's supposed to be. Then why is it, hold on, so, and then there's an effect, there's a script. What happens here? Okay, so when it touches a wall or touches unit, it creates an explosion and destroy it. However, this runs on the server side, so that's the issue. So what's happening is not only the bullets getting destroyed on the client side, but then the event of bullet exploding is being streamed from server to the client. So that's why you're seeing 2 events. So if you were to just make it so this only happens on local machine, run on local machine. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't explain why there's 2. Okay, so I know there's a streaming, but
so if that happens, the other users won't see the explosion on the server. Only you would see it. Yeah.
Okay, now there's no 1 explosion, as you can see. And even if, okay, so server does not stream the explosion event to the client anymore. But it doesn't, even for other players, they're only gonna see 1 explosion, because they still, like, the bullet hitting and bullet hitting the wall event is also executing for other people's local machines as well. So nothing is being, it doesn't need to be streamed from server to the clients, because all that the other clients need to know is that the fact that this player mode has fired a weapon.
I see. Okay.
because then after that, like the bullet flying and the position of the bullet, or whether if it when it hits the wall and exploding, all of that stuff is just handled in everybody's local machines, right? It doesn't need to be streamed from the server, so therefore it saves a lot of bandwidth.
But that's what it means by predicted. You just predict it what it will be.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But yeah, again, if it's like a grenade, you do want that to be streamed from the server.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. No, this is great. I just ping me anytime if you have any questions. It'd be my pleasure to help out.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
One other question I have. With the game data save, does it if the server shuts down, does it still keep the data save?
Yes. So it's the persistent data thing that we have built in.
Yeah, I haven't enabled it yet. But, I saw you just enable it in the settings.
Yeah. So I mean, once your game becomes more polished, just let me know. I'll give you more advanced tier for the game. So you have access to more stuff. Yeah, by all means, like we're all like decent human beings here. Just like talk to us and we'll like. Yeah, and if we see that this game's like serious, like actually like awesome, we like. I mean, it's already looking pretty sweet. But yeah, once we see that, like, oh my gosh, this game.
I'm gonna lay out a map with a top-down city map.
Yeah.
Get in and out of cars, and like an environment for people to run around in the cars, get in out of cars, shoot each other, a bit of fun, See.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I see that your client side. I don't think you have the client side predicted movement, eh? Is that on purpose?
I'm not sure about that. I haven't.
Okay. So you can enable the client-side predicted movement. I can't change this because I'm not the owner of the game. But if you enable this, like right now, I feel like literally like maybe 200 millisecond of delay after I press the button, I start moving.
I see.
But if you do client-side predicted movement, you should feel.
I've turned that on now.
You'll have to hold on. I think I can just like. I think I can just refresh. I think I can just refresh the page. But it's just client side. I think you got it. I think there's no lag now.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. Not sure if you can tell the difference, but
okay.
Yeah. It's
animation. Yeah, animation. I've set it up so as a script. I've got the animation on the player. I've got it as under effects. You'll see I've got it on. Idle run script animation idle, and then run script animation walk. I used the same method as one of your other games, the advanced deathmatch. That's how you were doing the animation. It seems to still be running the walk even when I'm standing still.
Yeah, so what I would recommend you to do, okay, so instead of doing you got run script animation idle. Interesting. Very interesting. So like you could just use built-in and then set it as default when on idle, and then when on move you can just do this. You could have done it, but if you're running script,
you can try that. But when I tried that, I still had the same issue. It was always running.
Yeah, let me see. So if speed of entity is whatever, idle animation. And what does your idle animation?
Oh, actually, there is really something I really actually wanted to ask you.
Okay.
I couldn't find that anywhere. Sorry, I'm asking you.
No worries. But I don't see idle animation for your unit, by the way. There's no idle animation. It hasn't been set, so that's probably why.
I may have messed that up. That's probably why. Then.
So if you were to, let's say, change this from idle to the default.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, just do that for now.
Okay. We try this.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask you was I was trying to change the speed of the unit when you're moving around. And I wasn't sure. There's nothing. I don't see anything built in. I thought the speed maybe on the actual unit was affects the WASD keys, but it doesn't. So
hey, it's working.
Okay. Great. Yeah, okay, that was my problem. That was my fault.
No worries. Okay, so you're saying, are you saying the speed doesn't update properly?
Yeah, when I put the speed down or up and down, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, so okay, so what you're saying right now, if I understand you correctly, is when you change the speed variable, and then you save, it doesn't change the speed, right?
Yeah, the character's speed.
Yeah, so So you're gonna have to. Have you tried to do the save and reinitialize the instances?
I republished. Yeah, I saved and republished and everything.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So there's a couple of things to be aware of. So when you change the speed, did you change? What did you change? Did you change the initial value or the min max?
The initial value.
Okay, so if you changed it to 5 as an initial value, right?
Yeah.
That would have filled all the way up to 10 in a matter of like 3 seconds because it's got the regenerate speed, so it's gonna regenerate. Yeah.
Oh.
So probably set. I know it's confusing, like this way we have set it up. Probably set it as 0, and then also make sure that it's not clamped between these two variables. So like even if you set it as like 500, if the max is 10, then it's not gonna change. But also after you change that, make sure to not just save, because it's just saving is not gonna update the value. You'll actually have to reinitialize the instances because yeah, there's a reason behind why we added this button.
I've been like, I probably don't need to. It's probably waste of time, but I just keep republishing. I probably don't need to do that, do I?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no lag whatsoever. This feels great. All right, cool. So we got the animation fixed, and no, this is great. I can't wait to see this game coming together.
Okay, great. Well, that's really helpful. Helped me a lot there.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, no, we'll try to get more documentation and videos out. Also, another thing I'm working on right now is just making sure that the games are running more smooth. Like even right now, it does jitter every once in a while. I don't know if you noticed it, but we're trying to make this more. Yeah.
When I was working on the racing game, I got another game that when I was actually a racing track, and when a car goes along, I get like black lines, streaks across down the screen. So I was trying to change the different engines to see if that was the issue.
What's gonna actually help you with that the most is actually the zoom level. So if you could change the so default camera zoom is at 400 right now. Playing with this number will actually probably help you the most. I think you're talking about the bleeding between the tiles, right? The black lines.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah. The zoom level will help you the most. It's like one of those like odd inevitable thing that's in Phaser right now. We're looking into fixing, but yeah, try to change the zoom level. It'll probably help you. Okay. Cool, sick. Yeah, no, good chatting with you, and again, ping me anytime.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thanks very much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, good meeting you. Thanks. Bye.
You too. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. All right, that was awesome. Let's get back into JitterFix. Yeah, my pleasure. No, that was my no, literally, like I feel pleasure chatting with people who are tinkering with the the work that the engine that myself and the team has created. It's a great feeling, right? So no, it's like I know, like, technically I am helping you in a sense, but like I feel helped just as much, if that makes any sense. Yeah, no, that was great. Where was I? So I was working on the interpolation. Let's try to debug the X position. All right, so yeah, okay, so I remember what was going on here. So the tick delta was in, what was going on here actually? So I think the tick, oh yeah, this is what was going on. So we gotta do taro.current time. All right. What's happening now? Previous X is not defined. Oh yeah, of course. Gotta uncomment this as well. Yeah, no, it's great. So That time is not undefined. All right, so I'll set this here. Okay, cool. So it jitters, and we can clearly see why it's jittering because so the X position goes from 812 to 814, 17. So what are the variables here? We got the how far it has traveled. Okay, so let's call this distance traveled, and then we have the time elapsed. And then okay, it's got time remaining. Interesting. All right. Okay, so we got a bunch of information to play with here. So yeah, we're traveling like 3.5 pixels, and then we're coming back to 2.7 to 3.4. So it's not consistently moving at the same speed. And the reason for that, let's see. Okay, so this is the next keyframe. Hold on, let me label that as well. Distance traveled. Next keyframe. Next transform X. And time remaining. Time gap in keyframes. More info here. Alright, so it jitters. Let's see. 4. So time remaining looks okay. Yeah, again, the movement for some reason is not consistent. So we're dividing this by a render buffer, and we're doing xdiff and doing the tick delta. Yeah, this is not right, I think. Okay, so xdiff is the target that we're trying to reach, right? So if I were to just, let's say, okay, let's take a look at what it looks like if I were to just use like some like simple rubber band approach, right? Yeah, way more smoother. I am gonna get rid of this though, and I also think this is not relevant at this point. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's a lot more smoother, but rubber banding is not what I want to do. It's got a lot of issues on its own as well. Instead, so we have previous time, next time. We have, okay, so if I were to set up the previous transform and next transform, make sure they both exist. Do this and make sure that if prep time is less than next time, I don't think we need to use time remaining. Who's using this? Oh yeah, you know, log. Keyframe gap. Yeah, okay. And let me think. And if now is it now? Hold on. We have a render buffer, so we actually don't want. Okay, if now is now plus render buffer, so power.client.render buffer is less than next time as well. Yeah, it can't be greater. Then we're gonna set I want to add a buffer here. Okay. Let's see. Doesn't move at all. Why? Oh yeah. That's 10. Oh, still doesn't move. Why? Now it lost the power buffer is less than that. It moves. Jitters a lot though. Okay, let's figure this out. Okay, what's happening? Like I still don't understand why it's not traveling at a constant speed. Yeah, that's not. It's odd. X speed would be what? Yeah, that's right. Speed. I mean, that makes sense. Let's try that. Okay. Jitters a lot. Why? Okay, so Let me think. Now minus previous time. Now minus previous time. Or should it be now plus the render buffer? Or no, what am I doing here? This should be x speed, x is x plus, and then tick delta. There you go. Like that. Whoa, crazy. Oh, Um, okay. Still quite odd here. The speed makes sense. Um, and it's not clamped. What would happen if I were to increase this to 100? Would it jitter less? I think we should. No, doesn't help. I mean, it does seem like it's jittering less. Yeah, I'm not sure. Next transform, previous transform. Previous time. And the prime is. Let me try to match now. So. It still isn't moving at a constant speed. Or is it? Well, no, never mind. It kind of is, actually. But yeah, again, the problem with this approach is the speed seems to vary quite a bit. Let's take a look at X speed. It varies so much, right? Okay, so yeah, the speed goes from 42 to 17 to 149 to 38. Like, why is the speed not consistent, right? It's crazy how inconsistent it is. Oh shoot, guys, you know what I'm supposed to do? Gosh, I forgot about this. Is such an important thing, and I can't believe I wasn't doing it right. I should have been using Snapchat timestamp. My gosh. Okay, this is gonna help. I mean, it seems like it's helping slightly. Okay, what do you got here? So now the speed's at. I mean, it still does fluctuate a lot. Did I use every render frame tick based on local machine instead of every engine tick? No. So render frame tick is for local scripting only. So like the game logic, which mostly runs on the server side, is not going to run the it's not gonna run the the tick's not gonna trigger on the server side. It will only run on the client side, and that may like not work. The use case for render using the render trigger, or sorry, what is it called again? Render frame tick, is when you're doing things like something that is just client side exclusive. So like if you want to change something in the UI, or a good example is like parallax effect, right? So moving here, let me show you a couple of examples. So if you go Safari Hunt, here's the game. I'll share a link with everyone so you can try. Actually, I can't post a link here, can I? Because I can only post a link in the Twitch. But yeah, no, I'll show you this game. So if you take a look at this game, for example, oh no, okay, actually you are commenting on Twitch, so you should be able to see this link. But yeah, no, if you take a look, you can see how there's a parallax effect. You see the map behind me is following, the image behind me is following. And the reason that works is because if you look at the entities, and is it under Hunter? No, it should be under World. Yeah, parallax background. So everything here just runs on the local. So the background just follows you. And you're asking, the reason I ask is since I turned on client side, the car doesn't perform well. Oh. Okay. Interesting that you say that. I do sometimes wonder if I should make it so the client side movement is set at the unit level instead of global level. I do wonder about that. But yeah, no, that's odd. Yeah, the car may not work as well. You're right. I can see why the car would not work well if it has a client side predictive movement set up. Like the only way that it would work is, so you would actually have to change the script for the car. Let me see your game, right? So you would have to set it. It's because the movement is scripted. That's why, like the client-side prediction sort of relies on like a built-in movement. So like the control, you actually have this like built-in control, right? Whereas yeah, no, actually you just gave me a good idea here. I feel like that option should belong inside here. Yeah, I think that option belongs here more so than like for the cars. So like some units can be client-side predicted, and yeah, like in the car you actually have the movement like built in, right? Yeah, you use force, but like the control scheme, like you're programming this, so client-side predictive movement will not work as well because it sort of relies on like the built-in control schemes. No, again, you gave me a good idea. I do think, I do wonder if I should move the client-side predictive movement here. Thinking. I'm gonna create a Trello ticket for this. Alright, I created a task for this. We'll yeah, but we'll review. But this this was a good idea. Exactly how we're gonna label this, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we should reword the absolute rotation label too. It's not very descriptive. Yeah, we'll look into it. Meanwhile, let me continue trying to figure out why my unit is jittering. I'm not quite sure. Render buffer is consistent. And we are matching the timestamp between the client and the server, so no, my pleasure. Why? It does feel a bit more smoother though. Whoa. What just happened there? I've entered into the matrix. Or perhaps I've exited from the simulation. Everything is pitch black dark. What is going on? Okay, so I went like super far. Yeah, and I mean this is somewhat unstable, I suppose, because yeah, I can see how this can be problematic. It's not like it's not confined. It's not clamped, and that could cause stuff like this where, like, if there's no cap, then unit could just move into some crazy far distance. Right, so let's look. Oh Jesus, still happening. Yeah, still jittering. No. Gosh. I do this. How do I do this? Oh, my body's calling me. All right, guys. All right, I don't know how much let's see, a couple of you guys are still here, but I'm gonna take a break, guys. I was just on a phone call, but thanks for tuning in, and I'll probably come back more frequently. So yeah, good catching up. I do stream every Tuesday and Fridays, so I'll see you guys later. Have a good